You memorize your spells. Which ones you gonna do today?
Same as yesterday. 2 magic missiles, a color spray, and an undead disregard.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same too, except for I'm gonna have cure light wounds to cause light wounds. So that if I need to,
if you need to put
get somebody off me real quick, I can do that.
All right. Yeah, because that's as good as like a longsword, pretty much.
Yeah, 1d8, bang. Bang.
All right. What are you gonna memorize? It was my kata.
His alphabet. Yeah. He's trying to learn to. I never learned to read.
Oh, you get up and stretch. And, yeah. There you go. Do my alphabet.
Because they don't call us the slow children in play for nothing. All right.
Maybe you'll shine my armor.
Okay. All right. So you guys have your morning stuff done. They have a small, for lack of a better term, mess hall with very thoroughly cooked food, but nutritious. So you appreciate it not because of the amount of flame that's been put to it, but because of how hard it is. It is very stone-like. So, what's next? Yeah, I guess Hayner comes up to your table and he's like, "So what do you have in store for today?" He goes, "Did you find anything new?"
We're gonna go try and free a boat, I suppose.
He says,
"I reckon."
He says, "Come see me when you're done eating, and I will have that letter of introduction for you."
All right, that's what we're gonna do.
All right, so he turns and leaves and goes to his cell to write out a letter of introduction for you. And by the time you're done eating, when you're walking across you gonna be all right, babe?
Yeah, my neck's just hurting from doing this all day.
Okay. Yeah, we need to get you over there eventually, don't we? When you're walking across the main open area within the fire temple, Heener calls you over. He's like, "Here," and he's got a small scroll. It's not sealed. It's just got a little piece of like twine holding it together. He's like, "Here, this should open a few doors for you." He says,
"Okay.
Who wants it?"
I'll take it.
You'll take it? All right. Okay. All right. Well, then he hands you that, and he says, "Well, good luck with this. Hopefully, you'll be able to convince someone that it is for the city's greater good to allow you to use that boat." That skimmer, excuse me, you got me yawning, baby. All right, and he bids you good luck and goes back to what he was doing.
So we're off to the Templar's office.
The DMV of boats
Yeah.
and bailiffs.
All right, so you because of where you went to court, you know where the Templar's quarter is.
Yep.
You go down to the south and off to the east, past the ramp that goes up onto the raised area that the Megalonian is on. And then you come to where the Templars' quarter is walled off inside, so it's a second kind of inner city within the walls of the city. But it's got a large gate there that is standing open, but has 2 guards on either side and a Templar overseeing them. And when you walk up, one of the guards challenges you, and he says, "You there, what is your business?"
We need to speak with the DMV Templar about
DMV Templar.
About getting a boat released into service. And I brandish this letter.
Okay, he's like, "The Demon V." He's like, "What have you got there?" Okay, he takes it, and he takes it over to the Templar who's overseeing him, and he unties it and opens it up. He's like, "All right, everything seems in order," and he rolls it back up and hands it back to you. And he says, he leans over his shoulder, and he calls out. He says, "August!" And this young guard brandishing with a gladius at his hip comes out, and he's like, "Yes, sir." And he says, Take these people here to see Helios, or Helios, excuse me, to see Helios. And he says, "Yes, sir." And so he says, "Follow me." And he walks at a fairly brisk pace, marches you back through several sets of streets past the courthouse where you had your trial, and a little bit further into a building that has a 4-column front on it, like a 3 steps up, a little overhanging porch there with 4 columns supporting it, and a normal sized door that's with an arch top and a couple of windows above it. And he says, "This way," and he goes in, and there are 2 guards with spears just inside the door in a lobby, and he says, "Which is Helios's office?" And one of them points the spear down to like the 3rd door on the left. He says, "Thank you," and he takes you on down there, and he raps on the door, and you hear a voice from within say, "Enter!" And he goes in, and he says, "Sire, I've been bid to bring these people who have business with you to your office." And you hear from inside, "Very well, send them in." And you go in, and this is he looks like he's maybe our age, late 40s, early 50s kind of person. You're like, "You don't know me that well. I'm 36."
Right.
But he says, and he's balding on top, back to about here, and just a little paunchy, but he's wearing a toga and has the whole. He's got a silver holy symbol, the circle with the 3 sheaves of grain on it. And when you all come in, he's like, "All right, what is this about?"
Well, we are searching for a lost priest.
Because I thought you were going to say puppy.
And we are tracking his whereabouts, and we have determined that he has escaped. He has gone to an island and has not returned. And the boat that we want to use is impounded.
He's like, He
And
says,
so
"So you've come to pay the fine then, Hey?
the only boat we can find to take us.
Not necessarily pay the fine. Perhaps have the fine forgiven.
He's like, and what special skills or do you bring along that?
Well, this priest is vital to the safety and security of Balic. And it's in your city's best interest that we have this boat to use to retrieve this itinerant priest and return him to the bosom of his brothers.
All right.
At that point, Dottie has to turn around.
Yeah. He says,
Laying it on thick.
yeah.
Slathering
so-
it on like mayo.
Yeah, he's like, yes, I'm putting it on the pedestal, I see. But he says,
Hi, this is Moneymaker, your dastardly DM. I just wanted to take a moment to check in and make sure you are enjoying the show so far. If so, please let us know by clicking the like button and the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and leave us a comment below letting us know your favorite parts. As I'm sure you've already noticed, we had some technical issues, a few problems with the green screens, but mainly mic issues. We think we have it figured out now. Hopefully by the second half of Season 1's recording time, we should have the new mics to clear that up. If you'd like to support our endeavor and allow us to give you a higher quality product, the easiest way to do that is to go to my Subscribe Star page and subscribe. You can find the link in the video description below. There's all manner of gaming stuff there outside of the show, but you can also find things such as NPCs and monster art that I've used, and character sheets for all those NPCs, and for the player characters that you love so much from the game. Alright, I think it's time to get back to the show. Hope you have a great day.
who is this priest, and how is he vital to the well-being of the city?
Help me out, Doc.
I'm not finding it. I'm not following.
Help me out here.
Nope, you're doing just fine.
He says,
There's potentially the ability to make a lot of money here. Potentially.
he's like, all right. Hang on, give me just a second, because I've got the name, just like the name of the captain, I've got the name of the boat written down, and I don't think I ever told you guys that, so you wouldn't have that on your notes, but I think she may have said something about it.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
I'm gonna cast a charm spell on this dude.
You've been hell bent on using that thing.
I have been. I'm like, I'm gonna use it on somebody.
once.
The name of it is just the Strider, or it could be the Silt Strider.
The Strider?
Strider, yes.
Okay.
Also known as Aragorn.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. That did cross my mind.
Okay, there we go. Got it written down on my super notepad here.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So the Strider is the name of the ship, and you guys know that. Okay.
All right. Yeah, we really need this ship to complete this mission for the Fire Temple, and the Fire Temple is going to be so happy that this guy is back.
He goes, I'm sure they will.
I mean, if it was anybody else, they would have just written it off.
He goes, yes, I'm certain they would. He goes, so did old Critias put you up to this? He goes, that cheapskate.
No, not really. We just feel like he is the most capable captain to help us complete this mission.
More like the only captain.
Deal. He goes, yes, desperation does make one bold sometimes.
Correct.
He goes, point I'll get it right eventually.
Yep, you will. Yes.
He goes,
Case in
your
point.
case in point. There you go. I was trying to mix up my metaphors and couldn't spit them out.
Well done.
Case in point, the fact that you're standing here in front of my desk. And then he notices Gregorius back there shifting his weight from foot to foot, and he's like, "It's like you're that mole that basically took on those Cylops by yourself, weren't you? And then made a fool of that other guy from."
See, we have assembled
Ram,
a
right?
crack team of
me.
experts.
He says, He says, perhaps you do have something that is useful to me.
Right on. Get us the boat.
He says, he goes, I've never worked the Criterion before. He goes, that's not my bureau, all that. He goes, I've always been either behind a desk or going to the businesses collecting taxes, that sort of thing. He says, but am I correct in assuming that occasionally, before the matches, that you are housed is not the right word, that you're basically in a waiting area with other gladiators from time to time?
Some days.
So you have access to these waiting areas without too much trouble, right?
For the most part. Some places are blocked off, of course.
He says, I've got someone who I need to. He says, let's just put it this way. Your friend Critias has a large debt that he needs to pay to get what he needs, right? And to get what you need.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I was hoodwinked into making wagers with disreputable types, and now have a large gambling debt of my own.
Oh,
He says, I do not wish to, and they're the kind of people who I do not wish to be in their pocket. He goes, they're street scum, but in the Warrens they carry great influence, and with my debt to them, he will then have that influence over me. He goes, and I do not wish this to be the case. He goes, perhaps with your access, we could arrange one of your fellow gladiators to perform poorly in their match. He goes, I have heard tell that there are concoctions that can be administered to a person that will make them groggy, make them even make them go to sleep, but make them groggy, make them ill-equipped to prosecute a match in the arena. He goes, do you think that you might be able to get close enough to a man? He goes, there's one in particular, Grontel. He's a human high in the list of contenders. he's being challenged tomorrow. Do you think you could give him something that would be difficult for others to realize that he is not at his best before his match?
I think you can do that.
He goes, yes. He goes, I have time to call my bookie. He says, yes. He goes, I think we may be able to help each other out. I think we might be able to help each other out. He says, very well.
Well, one quick question though.
Yes.
The concoction that you are requesting is not free. Would you be able to fund it if we can get it and administer it?
He says, I can't have anything like that in any way traced back to me. I've got to have plausible deniability.
But if it's cash, it is plausible deniability.
It's like, I think that you know, because let's put it this way. You can either come up with the money to fund that yourself, or you can come up with the 500 silver that Critias owes. He goes, I would very much like to do business with you. He goes, but this really has to be something that you do on your own, and that I will know that you did because Grontus will have fallen in the arena.
How much gold do we have?
This best be an off-the-record conversation.
Yeah, remember you're standing there in front of this guy.
Yeah, this is meta gaming.
Well, let's try to avoid that kind of thing as much as we can. I mean, I know occasionally it slips out.
Right on, right
let's
on.
Try to.
Yeah, I guess so then.
We'll see what we can do.
Okay. All right. Well, he says, remember the match is tomorrow midday.
Okay.
He goes, if Grontus is defeated by his opponent, who without intervention he should easily handle him. But if Grontus is defeated by his opponent, return here. He goes, and I will have the paperwork made up for you.
Julio.
Relieving Captain Critias of his burden.
Sounds fair.
Alright. Let's head out.
I do not know how to make these kind of potions, so...
No, we have to go to the market and buy it.
The Elven market.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Go to your camp.
They don't like me though, because they don't like me because I'm like not.
Probably go
Elven
back to the
enough.
same tent where I bought my dark poison
That's what I was thinking.
Alright.
because he had offered me a concoction that had a delayed response of about an hour.
Okay.
Alright.
Just darting maybe from a distance. Instead of trying to
Or
make
if
me-
you're just sitting there next to him and
And you have a way with yourself where you could probably get close to him.
Back here, man, I got a shot for you. This thing makes me swell.
No.
Makes me want to just
It's
They called
creatine. It's
it a steroid.
creatine.
yeah. You just one little jab of this. See all these little dots? Yeah.
Maybe you should talk.
Just
to
give
him.
me a
well,
nod.
he has to. He's the only one that
Yeah.
can get down there.
Oh, okay. Can't sneak you in.
Remember what happened last time we tried to sneak
Yeah,
in?
You're right. You're right.
Maybe play it off like a roids or something. Give me a dart that doesn't have any poison on it. I'll poke myself a couple times. And And then just go in and say, hey man, this is what I've been doing. This is what helped me fight that fight the other night.
Man, you got the script. You're down. Let's go. Let's do this.
I'm just trying to think like a gym.
So I'm giving you a red dart
Jim
and
Bro.
a green dart.
Red pill and a blue pill.
We'll do it together.
So we have to go to the market
We're
first.
needle bros.
All right, so you're gonna go back to your favorite apothecary.
Yeah. Instead of playing that out, can we just say it happened and I got the poison?
We can do it a little quicker since he knows you.
Okay.
It's not the first time. All right, you.
Hey, bro, I was in here the other day.
Yeah, you walk in.
And you offered me some of this stuff that had a delayed reaction. At the time, I didn't think I wanted it.
He's
But
like,
since I've been thinking about it, I can really see the benefits to that.
He goes, wise young lady. You've thought better of it. He goes, very well. He goes,
Keep watching after the credits to find out how to win this chainmail dice bag. Dice not included. Oh, and if you're enjoying this episode, let us know by hitting the like button. Now back to the show.
this makes me wish I had written down the prices. He says, and how much would you like?
Just enough for 5 darts.
All right.
We'll start slow, just like this concoction.
Okay. Well. Okay, he goes, and do you want the kind that makes someone go into a deep sleep, or the kind that like paralyzes, or did you want the kind that makes people sleep permanently?
Paralyzation is key this time around.
Okay. He goes, and this is going to take a few minutes to effect. Is that okay? He goes, it might take almost half an hour. Might be fairly soon, but it's going to take a few minutes to work its way through the bloodstream. And
Yeah, I'm good with that.
okay. All right. So he says, and you want enough for 5 darts, you say? So 1 good dose, basically.
Yes.
1 good weapon, sword's dose. All right. He says, for that, he gets to looking around. So got plenty of that. Yeah. He goes, 15 ceramic.
Okay.
All right. So he goes and takes his little scoop, and he's scooping a little out here and a little out there, and he's got him. He then goes to this little thing, and he's got something that's kind of like, you know, all the little half teaspoon, quarter teaspoon, all the little spoons, you know. He's got those on a little ring, and he's like, and he's mixing it together, kind of grinding it in a mortar and pestle, and adds a little water, and adds a little more water.
It's supposed to be faster.
It's going quick. Because I'm not saying adds a little water. See, it'd have gone faster if you hadn't said anything. And then he dabs it all into another one of those little dry gourds like that, and puts a little cork stopper in it. And he's like, here you go. He says, and this will need to be injected so you can handle it. Shouldn't be a problem getting it on your skin, but don't get it near any breaks in the skin, any cuts or in your eyes, anything like that.
Got it.
All right, so he takes the money and hands you the thing, and there you go. Okay. So, you've got your poison.
All right.
You've got the power.
So at this point, we got to find somewhere to stay for the night.
Can we stay at the temple?
We have room.
Well, now it's still, yeah, you've still got to wait for the night, but you're very early afternoon. It's like 1 in the afternoon by now, because the city's fairly small, so it doesn't take a real long time to. What makes it take longer to walk from place to place is if it's too far off the King's Road, then you got to do a whole lot of winding through little roads around the thing.
We
But
go pick up the sword. Since now we don't got, all we got to do is be victorious. They'll have to buy things.
She's like, what part of... I just spent part of all the money that we had that would have paid for the
If
sword.
you can get the sword for 5 gold, we're in the market. Let's see if he'll come
I'm
down.
just joking with you.
We're in the market. Let's see if he'll come
do it.
down.
What was it, 6 before? Yeah, but now that I'm trying to, but the sword sounds great, but that's a lot of money that could go to other use. That's the part I'm fighting with, and it just going to one person. The sword, I take all the money.
But you're keeping us alive.
That's true.
That's what I.
And
that's
with
how-
your sword, we could kill more people and get more money.
Yeah, and more experience.
And I like killing people.
You've already talked me into it. Way back.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the armory tent and see if Guy will come off of his,
Oh, well, now that's not a tent, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
one of the permanent places, yeah.
and see if he'll come down off of the 600 gold. Especially now that we have an arena champion asking
Oh.
to flaunt his merchandise.
Okay, we'll make that case to him. You walk in, and this time it is the shop owner, not his son. And he says, "Oh, good to see you're back. My son said that you had purchased the armor, and then I heard you did well." He goes, "Congratulations." He looks at, I'm assuming you're wearing the armor, right?
Yeah.
He looks at it and he's like, he goes, "You want me to stitch up a couple of spots there where they nicked you up a little bit, or?" And he's talking about on the armor.
Yeah. Not at the moment. I think I'll be fine.
It's like, oh, okay. He goes, "So I take it you come back for that sword? My son told me you asked about it."
Yeah, I did. Want to see if you can come down a little bit on it. I'd really like to use it. Maybe use it in the arena, and people see your body handiwork and know where I got this thing.
Go have him like right across his back, like the MMA fighters used to do with advertisements.
Yeah. Sword purchased from.
Yeah.
Write that on the sheet.
Doesn't do a whole lot of good though, since most people can't
Can't read. Yeah, exactly.
It's got a symbol.
Yeah. He's like, he goes, that might, well, give me a charisma roll first.
Too bad, guys. Sorry.
I'll give you a bonus because of the fact that you just won.
That one's actually been doing okay for me. Give me that one again. And I failed it.
He's like, he goes, you're still kind of, he goes, that, from what I heard, it was impressive, but you're,
what if he holds your sword up in the arena after a victory and says, "Thanks to the sword from your shop"?
I'll even name it after you. And shout it in the arena. Sword of
your shop.
your shop. Okay, that's what I'll call it.
Yeah, there you go.
What's your name again?
It can be Urshop.
Urshop?
Sword of Urshop.
Urshop?
Yeah, that's as good a name as any I've ever made up.
I think it's pretty good.
Urshop. Okay. Sword of Urshop.
Hang on just a second. Let me write that down.
Yep, right.
How do you want to spell that?
U-R-S-H-O-P.
No, like E-R,
No, it's your shop.
Your shop?
Urshop. Urshop.
Okay, I keep scratching it out every time. What are you going with?
Urshop.
E-R-S-H-O-P. Like to mine better.
Urshop.
Hey, this seems like a good place to stop and tell you about the Slow Children at Play live show. Every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll live stream to all you fans. By the way, for anyone outside the U.S. who isn't sure what 7 p.m. Eastern Time equates to in your local time zone, we are in the same time zone as New York City, Washington, D.C., and Miami, Florida. In the live show, the Slow Children at Play will discuss the latest episode, answer questions from the comment section, and interact with the live chat. We will also announce the winners of contests, as well as any campaign-related news. On the subject of contests, be sure to pay attention so you'll be able to answer the question after the closing credits. I guess that about covers the live show. I look forward to hearing from you there. Now back to the action.
Okay. I like on the fly. Flame burn. It's obsidian, right?
Yes.
It's not metal?
No. If it was, it would be
Way
almost
more.
100 times more expensive.
Right on.
All right. So you're saying that to him? You give me a charisma check.
By the power of her shot. Yeah.
Charisma's a 12. I rolled a 5.
Okay. He's like, He goes, it might not be such a bad thing, he goes, to be the official armorer of Gregoris. He goes, and who was it? Who's your master?
Abaris. Oh, I mean, sorry, Master. Gaius Agrippus Masteron.
Magistolus?
Magistolus, yeah.
He goes, that name does carry much weight throughout the city, seeing as how his father is the head of the Patricians' Council. He says, very well. He goes, how about this? I'll give you 1/3 off. He goes, that's like cost. That's not even paying myself for my own labor.
Don't make me do math.
It's 4 gold. If it was 6 before, it's 4. 1/3 of.
Oh, that's a good deal.
We'll take it.
Sold.
I dig the gold out of my boobies.
Booby gold.
Hey, I'm wearing a
They
burlap
fit
bikini.
together.
Where do you think I'm going to keep it?
Right?
No, that's your other character. This one's got.
A bag of holding.
No, she's
I would love to have one of
she's
those.
got kind of a dress on, but it
Oh,
does
that's right.
kind of have a weird top to it. Yeah, there we go.
Still, it's a dress. It's not got pockets, so.
Yeah, that's her
Alright.
outfit.
Coolio.
Next time you come up with something like that, and you're like, come on, and I'll be like, I'll do it, as long as you name your scorpion's foot.
Foot.
Spoot.
His name is Foot. Hate that commercial. Alright. Show.
Cool.
Coolio. We got the sword. Now we gotta get the dude drugs so he loses his match.
Should we go down to the docks and tell Christius the good news?
We can split up. I could go do that and y'all could go. Oh wait.
Yeah, it's
not
still
till the
tomorrow
next
before you
day.
can do it, so you might as well.
Yeah.
And last time you went down to the docks by yourself,
Didn't work out
apparently
so
there was a
good.
miscommunication.
Maybe.
What we
Wasn't my
have
fault.
here is
Yeah.
Wasn't my
He's
fault.
like, wasn't my fault. I was deliberately trying to confuse them.
Probably one of the other books.
What's that?
A Flame Bird.
It's not exactly in there. Just call it a two-hand sword.
Okay.
It's just a two-hand sword with a wavy
Yeah.
blade.
Okay, I can do that.
Well, let's go to the docks.
1d10 or 3d6. Nice.
All right, so you guys head to Where exactly are you trying to head to, like to his ship or his skimmer? Excuse me. Or are you trying to do what?
Going to the boardwalk down by the sea.
A blanket with your baby.
Just you and me.
Excuse me. All right. So you go down there and you see that his ship, the Strider, has heavy ropes tying it to the dock, and that there are 2 Templars standing there with 2 half-giant guards apiece who have their arms folded and large clubs against their hips, large dachi clubs, standing in front of his ship.
Is Captain Christius on board?
One of them says, "No, this ship has been impounded. He's not allowed on board."
He's at the
Serpent's Foot.
yeah. He's at the Serpent's Foot.
He's like, "If you say so."
We need to go to the Serpent's Foot. We want to find him.
Okay.
Sure.
Thanks
You're
for
like-
nothing, pal.
You're like, "No, we're going to produce the paperwork and we're taking the ship ourselves." No.
We'll be back.
Yeah. Yeah, he said, that's what he should have said. She's in the back. She's giving a statement. It's going to be whatever, half an hour or something. All right. So he kind of gives you a knowing nod. And so you're going to try to find the Serpent's Foot, huh? All right. Well, you walk out of the docks. You're basically, once you get past the walls that separate the docks from the rest of the city, you're looking at the warehouse district in front of you, the stacks, and there's a few taller buildings beyond the stacks to the west, and below that is to the south of the stacks is the marketplace and then of course the royal area up on top of the mesa thing.
Cool.
So where you want to go?
The Serpent's Foot.
The Serpent's Foot. You're not real sure where the Serpent's Foot is. He goes, "Let me roll a wisdom check."
I'll grab a passerby there. Have you heard of the Serpent's Foot?
He's like,
Tavern, Inn.
"Oh," he goes, "I thought you were going to tell me a joke or something." Let's see if he has. He's like, "Sure." He goes, "That place is good. You got to try the snake surprise." He's like, "Yeah, you just go down. You go down this way and head west, about halfway down through the stacks. And once you get out of the stacks, you're going to pass up the Silver Eye, and then it's like another 2 blocks beyond that, and you'll see it. It's got a shingle hanging out that has a picture of like a snake with one big foot sticking out from it, like with its toes curled up."
Sounds perfect.
Thank you.
He goes, "Anytime." All right.
I'll start following his directions.
Okay.
Trying to keep up with that.
Well, that's a good point. Roll me. You get as far as the edge of the warehouse district, the edge of the stacks. Roll me an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Yeah. But you've
Oh,
got to try to
I rolled a
remember.
1.
Got to try to remember.
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
I actually did it.
Yeah. So you're like, "Oh yeah, I got to go past the Silver Eye." You walk past this building. It's kind of a long 2-story building with a bunch of barred windows along the front of it, and a half-circle porch that is like 3 concentric half circles where there's step up, step up, step up, and then circular, and then it's got like 6 or 7 columns and a door in the middle of it. In the windows, there are lots of mainly young females, and by young I don't mean like illegal young, I mean like, young women, I should put. Although there are a
You
couple.
can't give an age, because if there's like elves in there,
Yeah.
young could be a couple of 100 years.
Yeah.
Truth.
And if it's a Thrycreen, it could be 6.
That's true.
But no, they don't really do that, as we covered with the other group. There are a couple of young men, and they're like striking provocative poses and trying to make eye contact and waving people over. And if you get past that,
Yes.
there,
Or
he's like, "Hey, I was looking for that place
silver,
earlier.
What was that again?
The Silver Eye. You were looking for that place earlier, weren't you? Before you ran out of money. So you go a couple of blocks
Great,
past.
I'm going to see the captain by myself.
Yeah, you go
Yeah,
a couple
you're
of
not gonna
blocks
make
past
it.
that, and you
Sort of
do
hard
see
day.
the Serpent's Foot, which is a 2-story inn that's roughly square in shape and has flat roof and has that shingle that I was talking about. It has been painted. It's been painted. It's been whitewashed, the front of it. And you go in, and one of the serving wenches, she asks if you're wanting a drink, a meal, or all of the above in a room.
Well, I'll take a drink, but we're looking for Captain
Christius.
Christius.
Christius? She's like, we don't have one. We got a
Critius?
Critius. Yes, we've got a
Critius.
Critius here. Yes.
Thing.
We've got a Critius.
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take him for 1,000.
Yeah.
Stop it!
She's like, you're putting us in jeopardy.
I'm going to kill him before this is over.
But the
Cut his tongue out or something.
I forgot you had your
jeez.
waterproof bag for for your dice bag there.
Yeah.
Like, it smells like the field.
Yeah, it does. It still does.
But she's like, oh, okay. Well, you want me to bring your drinks over to his table? He's right over there. And when she points, you do see him and the first mate.
Yes, bring me 2 drinks.
2 drinks.
For now.
She's like, so would you like water, wine, broy?
Roy's fine.
Okay. So she's like, broy for you and for all of you?
Sure.
3 broys?
Why not?
4 broys because you wanted 2, right?
I'd
Okay.
like lemon with my water as well, please.
Oh, so water. He goes, okay. She's like,
What the hell y'all paying with?
I had 5 ceramic left over.
Yeah, I've got
From my
150
armor.
ceramic. I'm about to make it rain.
He does.
wagered.
he does.
You're in the wrong place for rain.
I'm about to make it silt up.
I'm burning all my money tonight.
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Because we'll be leaving town. I won't have to. I got enough to spend it for.
All right. So when you guys come walking up, they're kind of hunched over there. The 2 of them, the captain and his mate, are kind of hunched over the table, kind of, having a fairly intense conversation. And they look up and they're like, I hope you got good news for us.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm the captain of your new ship.
He's like,
Nah, I'm kidding. We got it.
you got it.
Almost got it.
Oh,
Almost got it.
We'll have it tomorrow.
We'll have it tomorrow. So you're expecting me to take you today, or what?
No,
Okay.
we'll have it tomorrow.
You guys, all right.
We're just waiting on the paperwork to be signed.
Oh, okay. So you've went up and saw somebody in the bureau.
We have friends in certain places that
that have friends in certain places.
Says, okay. He goes, all right, I guess we need to start talking about my ends if you put your end through, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's take a time out for just a second so I can ask you for a little bit of help. Don't worry, this one won't cost you a dime. All I need is for you to comment the name of your favorite character and let us know why. Please just keep it positive. I'm sure all our players would love to hear what you have to say. Thanks again. Now let's get back to the show.
He goes, I got to figure out a way of getting you there by yourselves once we get close. He goes, because it doesn't matter how much I'm paid. He goes, it's not enough to crash on those rocks and be eaten by whatever lives there. He goes, so I'm going to get you real close as I feel comfortable. He goes, says, I don't know, we'll figure something out, I guess. He goes, I'll think about it. He goes, and then we agreed, 2 days that I'll wait on you
Yes.
offshore?
How do we get back on the boat after those 2
That's the thing. If we figure out how to get you there, hopefully we'll figure out a way that'll get you there and get you back to the boat.
Sounds good.
He goes, but we'll think on that. All right. He says, so when do you think you'll have the paperwork? Like tomorrow morning, tomorrow
It'll
afternoon?
be tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow evening, okay. He says, how about I meet you at the docks by my boat or by my skimmer in not tomorrow, but morning after that. He goes, say hour after sunrise, enough time to get breakfast.
Okay, that works.
He says, very good. All right. Well, he says, well, thank you. That's the best news I've had all week. Because I'm really looking forward to getting back out on the silt again. Getting away from these cities where they think they can lock you down. Got no freedom around here. So, he says, and she brings the serving wench brings the drinks, and she's like, so who's got this round?
How much is it?
What was it? It was 3 broils and a water with lemon. Is that right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's like 15 bits. So a ceramic and a half.
I'll give it to her.
Okay. All right. She takes it. She sets down the cups. And they ask, so how'd you end up convincing them to get me out of Hawk?
The less you know, the better off you are.
He's like, got it. He's like, I'm gonna poison a gladiator. And he just rattles it all
I'm
off.
going to Will Ferrell this one.
He goes, I couldn't hold it in. Sorry.
I'm just going to start drinking. I'm going to guzzle the first one and sip the second.
Okay.
Well, it's the evening.
All right.
I've got 4 ceramics in my pockets.
He's got to go check his eyes.
Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, I'm gonna check out that silver eye place back there just on the way back.
All right. So you guys want to go ahead and bid him adieu and
Yep.
check that out. Okay. When you go over there once again, there's now there are candles lighting up each of those openings, the windows where you can see the people dancing. So do you want to go on in?
I just want to see what the place is for a minute. Yeah.
Oh, you just want to stand outside and look at it?
Oh, I'll go in. Yeah, I'll go in.
Okay, you go in.
Check it out.
Okay, when you go in, there is a very small, like just about this big around fountain in the middle that has just a little going and a little water, and you can kind of hear the trickle of water. Around the edges of the room is I don't know if it's 15 by 15 or 20 by 20. I don't have the map, but it has it's got like duvets that have corners in them, so they're like sectionals that are against the wall and go around the corners, around 3/4 of the wall. And there's basically, like I said, there's that little fountain in the middle. There's a door. There's the door you came in, a door going out of this room, and then around the corners is all couches. And there are 2 or 3 patrons kind of lounging on the couch with the young lady of the evening next to them. And when you walk in, you are greeted by sitting near the door. When you walked in, she was laughing with one of the patrons and kind of patting him on the knee while laughing at his joke. And she looks up and she's like, "Oh, I've not seen you before." She goes, "Welcome to the Silver Eye. I'm Large Marge," and she is a
Large woman.
Well, she's not all that big compared to a lot of her waifish.
Is that a truck driver?
Yeah, no, she doesn't actually look like her. But compared to all of her waifish, or a lot of her waifish employees, she's larger than they are. She's definitely large through the chest, and she's wearing I can't remember the name of the dress, but something that like a Roman lady would wear that's not too fancy. And she's got on a very red wig. I may have a picture of her, but I don't know if she'll be in here or not. But she welcomes you to the Silver Eye. She says that basically that there's a companion for any taste here, and if your silver is good, as long as your silver is good, your times will be good.
I was just coming to find out what your rates were. Is it the silvers? Obviously, is that based on the name?
She goes. That's the basic package. Yes, and then why we have the name. And she looks at you and she's like, "Hey, aren't you that gladiator from the other day, from like yesterday? Didn't you just?" She's like, "That was pretty impressive. The way you beat the other girls with whips and chains." No, but yeah, that was actually Janet that did that. But she's like, I might. She goes, "I might take you on as for a steep discount, just for the story."
Don't you mean a deep discount?
A deep discount. Yeah.
No, burn.
I'm good today.
She's like, well, she says, if you change your mind, you know where I'm at.
Yeah. I'll definitely.
All right. And she's like, and you, my good sir?
No, I'm good.
She goes, we could fill up a tub with some hot water.
What services do you provide here besides the obvious?
Probably lube.
She says, besides the obvious,
she just said a tub and water.
She says, we'll
like
give you
massages.
We can do that. We can give you a nice long scrub from a beautiful girl. We can give you, of course, many of our patrons enjoy conversation and fellowship out here in the main lobby beforehand. It is a place where the captains from the port and and the officers of the army come to hobnob and enjoy the company of like-minded fellows and beautiful young ladies.
We'll stop by again.
She's like an athletic celebrity like yourself, might fit right in.
Another day. Thank you for the information. I'll definitely stop by after another match.
She's like, I'll have my eyes open for it. She goes, and I'll definitely catch your next match. Do you know when you're fighting next?
Not yet. I do not.
She goes, I'll be watching the notices, listening for the criers out at the Criterion.
I'll bow out.
All right.
I just want to know what the place was more than anything.
All right.
I was curious.
And did you?
I'm kind of sad.
Why is
Dottie
that?
wanted a bath.
Once she started saying silver, I'm like, oh, I got weed. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is.
We gotta find a cheaper spot.
Aside from if you were like an actual noble or like a high-ranking templar or something like that, where you would have somebody more like Anara from Firefly.
Okay.
You know, where she's real high class
Yeah.
and super educated and all that on top of being quite skilled. Aside from something like this is kind of the higher end. You know, you got the
Blue collar.
exactly, because it's where the low level officers and the ship captains, pretty much what she said, come in, and maybe some of the Templars come in there to patronize it. And you get a little lower than that, there might be another. Instead of being a bordello, it'd be a whorehouse, you know.
Yeah.
And then below that, you're talking about girls that work the streets and have pimps and stuff. There are some of them around, depending on what neighborhood you're in.
Well, before
All right,
y'all go find those neighborhoods,
I'll see
take me
that.
back to the fire temple.
Okay, we'll go to the fire temple. I was thinking that would be an interesting character.
Play a pimp.
Yeah.
Well, I think you'd have a hard time with it. Because, as you know, pimping ain't easy.
Yeah, let's go back to the fire temple and wake up in the morning.
Yeah. Okay.
That derailed pretty fast.
Well, now you know everything you ever wanted to know about prostitution in
Balic.
Balic. Okay, it's time for a little break. Thank you for watching. And to thank you for getting this far into the video, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We're running a Superfan Appreciation Contest. Well, actually, it's 2 contests in one. We will be doing a weekly giveaway where you can win a game token of one of the monsters, NPCs, or PCs from Shadows of Balic. In this first contest, each week we'll be giving away a different token. These tokens will be in electronic file format, both PDF and PNG, so you can use them on your home tabletop or in a virtual one. To be eligible for the weekly contest, you just need an email to receive your prize, to be a subscriber of the Slow Children at Play channel, and to comment the correct answer to this week's contest question before the premiere of next week's episode of Shadows of Balic. The winner will be chosen at random from all the correct answers on the Slow Children at Play live stream the week following the episode's premiere. Here's an example of how that'll work. If an episode premiered on, say, Wednesday the 5th of March 2025, the winner for that episode would be chosen from the correct answers posted by 11:59 and 59 seconds on the 13th the week after. The winner would then be announced on the 14th on the Friday night Slow Children at Play live stream. Then the winner will be given on-screen instructions on how to claim their prize.
If the winner does not contact us by the time of the premiere of the following episode of Shadows of Balic, they forfeit their prize and it is added to the next week's contest prizes. The second contest will start at the time of the premiere of the first episode of Shadows of Balic Season 1 and last until the Slow Children at Play live stream following the last week of the first season. The prize for the Season 1 contest is this awesome chainmail dice bag. The dice bag was handmade by me using golden aluminum rings. It can hold around 40 standard-sized dice. That's just shy of 7 complete sets. The dice shown here are not included as part of the prize and are only shown for scale. Unlike the first contest, you must live in the United States of America to be eligible for the second contest. The reason for this is it is a physical item and international shipping is cost prohibitive. Aside from geographic eligibility considerations, to participate in the second season-long contest, you must be a subscriber of the Slow Children at Play channel and correctly answer the weekly questions for each week of Season 1 of Shadows of Balic prior to the end of the contest. I'm looking forward to sending out your prizes. Good luck. Oh, one last bit of legal business that I have to cover. First of all the contests and all their prizes are solely the promotion and responsibility of the operators of the Slow Children at Play channel. They are not sponsored by or associated with any entity, platform, such as but not limited to YouTube, Rumble, or Spotify, or corporation. Secondly, the rules for both of these contests can be found in the video description below. There you will also find a link to an off-site document that contains the same rules for your convenience. Alright, now that we have all the rules straight, I believe it's time to get to this week's question. Are you ready? Just remember you have to answer in the comments section below, and only correct answers count. Good luck! Alright, let's see if you were paying attention today. The contest question for this episode is, in this episode, what was the name of the inn the players met Captain Critias at to discuss their plans to get the Strider out of Hawk? Okay, that wasn't so tough, was it? If you don't know the answer off the top of your head, it should be a simple matter to go find it. Remember to catch next week's Slow Children at Play live stream to find out if you won. Good luck. Oh, one last thing. To go directly to the next video, just click here. And if you'd like to go to the playlist for this season, click down here. You have a great day. Bye-bye.